Well, hey guys, it's Darwin, and today I want to share my full 2024 Ultralight gear list of everything that I just got done carrying on my 8-day, 7-night, 100-mile hike of the Tour de Mont Blanc in the French, Swiss, and Italian Alps. Now, I've done a ton of Ultralight through hiking gear list throughout the years here on the channel, but this year I wanted to focus more specifically on some of the more unique backcountry adventures that I take throughout the year, like my recent trek through the Himalayas and climb of Island Peak, and I also have an updated bikepacking gear list to share with you guys in the fall. And today's gear list is definitely unique in the fact that the TMB is sort of designed around staying in what's called a refuge every night on the trail, or a hostel. Now, you can wild camp the TMB, but I would say about 95 to 98% of people don't, and they stay in the refuges because it's just a fun, unique experience. Plus, you get this awesome community and cultural experience every stop that you have throughout the Alps. So the kit that I have and the kit that I carried is very minimal and very stripped down. So no shelter, no traditional sleep system. There's a sleep system, but not the typical kind that I would carry on trails here in the US, and no cook system. Sorta. Last year when I did the TMB, I carried more of a traditional ultralight backpacking gear setup that I would carry on a section hike if I was doing it here in the States. This year I went with a much more stripped down and minimal kit, but still had all the comforts that I needed for 8 days and 7 nights in the high Alps. So let's open it up. I'll spread out all the gear. We'll talk about each item individually, and then at the end, I'll give you my base weight.
All right, so first up is the pack that I carried. This is a new prototype that I've been testing, made by my company. This is a 25-liter Alpine fast pack called the Mallory. It does have a running vest style harness on the front, so I do have 2 shoulder pockets up on the front where I keep my water bottles. And then inside of the pack, I have a Nylofume pack liner in case it started raining. Moving over, I have a small section of one of my 1/8-inch thin light pads. I basically used this to be able to take a break throughout the day, just something to sit on and relax. In the bottom of my pack, I kept a medium-sized Z-Packs DCF roll top bag, and inside of that, I had my extra clothes, so my sleep clothes for the night, and a Sea to Summit silk blend bag liner. Because there were provided bunks inside of the refugios every night, I was using the silk bag liner and my Sea to Summit Eros Ultralight pillow. Next up, I have my custom printed Hilltop Packs Ditty bag, and inside of there, I have my little hygiene and medical kit, which has my toothbrush, some repair items, and I even carried a little comb and some beard balm. My main electronics, like my Anker Paracore 10,000 PD battery, and my Moken 40-watt wall charger, and a small US to European wall adapter. I have a little bag that I keep all of those in, along with some various charging cords. My iPhone 15 Pro, which I actually used to shoot all of my photos and videos on this trip. A pair of Apple AirPods, and an UltraPod 2 with a cell phone adapter clip. Next up is my passport and travel documents inside of this old leather passport wallet that I've had for years, and my minimal wallet that I keep all of my cards and cash in, which is a wallet made by a company I believe called Thread. Up from there, I have a little Movo USB-C microphone that I can plug into the bottom of my phone for better audio, and my Nightcore NU25 headlamp. And last but not least, inside of my ditty bag, I have my Rology cork ball and my little Mont side satchel that I could use whenever I was going into a town. I have a thing of Joshua Tree chapstick and a Sea to Summit large Airlight towel. That way I could take a shower and have a way to dry off when I was in the refugios. All right, next up, we won't call it a cook system, we'll call it a coffee system because I can't stand drinking crappy instant coffee at some of those refugios. I have my Hilltop Packs custom printed food bag to keep all of my snacks in, and inside of there I have my Evolved Supply Co. 750 titanium mug, my Evolved Supply Co. titanium long handle spoon, and a few packets of some better tasting coffee than the crappy instant that you'll get at some of those places. Below that are my water bottles that I keep up on my harness of my pack, And those are 2 new Canuck 500 milliliter Hydrium water bottles. So what's cool about these is one of them, I actually have kind of a quick drinking straw, and the other one has a Catadine B-free filter in it. Below that, I never actually used it, but I brought it just in case, is my Deuce of Spades trowel and my Culo Clean travel bidet. And then last but not least are my pair of Ombra's Ligero sunglasses with the side shields. All right, moving on to my clothes. First up, I have all of the stuff that was in that DCF roll top bag at the bottom of my pack, which is a Patagonia Capeline t-shirt. I mainly just slept in this, a pair of Icebreaker merino tights, an extra pair of Darn Tough merino run socks, a pair of lightweight Mountain Hardwear gloves. These are the ones that I've had for years, and my hand knit beanie that I bought in Nepal a couple years ago. My first warm layer is a Nerona Alpha Fleece mid layer. I absolutely love this thing. It's perfect for this type of a hike. My rain jacket, which is the Enlightened Equipment Visp, and this is the one that has the pit zips. And I have my Evolved Supply Co. Outcast synthetic jacket, and this is the hooded version. Next up are the clothes that I was wearing for the entire hike. So to start off, I have a new Evolved Supply Co. running cap, a somewhat new piece of gear to me, which is a merino buff to replace my old one that I've had for years, an Evolved Supply Co. Mirage merino sun hoodie, a pair of Patagonia 5-inch running shorts, another pair of Darn Tough merino run socks, the shoes that I hiked in, which are the Topo Pursuit 2, and I do have a pair of custom insoles in those, and last but not least is a single black diamond carbon cork Z-pole.
All right, guys, so there you go. That's everything that I carried for 8 days, 7 nights, and just under 100 miles hiking through the high Alps last month. So my base weight for everything that I carried, and that's going to be minus food, water, and the clothes that are on my back, oh, and my trekking pole, comes out to 7 pounds, 8 ounces. So a sub 8 pound base weight, ultra light, bro. It's been years since I've had a base weight that was that low. Now, obviously that's because I don't have a shelter, a full sleep system, or a full cook system, so that's probably to be expected. And to be honest, I probably could have went more minimal, and there's things in here that I could have not carried and been just fine on my hike. But overall, I was very comfortable and very happy with what I carried. And if I was gonna do the TMB again, I would definitely take this setup out there. Like I said, I am super excited for the rest of the year to make more of these unique gear list of some of my various backcountry adventures. I don't just get out and through hike. I don't just get out and backpack. I do a lot of other stuff. So I plan on doing more gear lists that are focused around some of my mountaineering trips, bike packing trips, winter backpacking, and some other trips that I have planned at the end of this year going into next year. Do you have plans on doing the TMB? Do you aspire to do the Tour de Mont Blanc? Is it on your bucket list? Leave me something down below and let me know your thoughts. Guys, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope you're taking care of each other. I love you, and as always, thanks for watching.